Have you ever wondered why some people sleep for hours, eat clean, and still feel utterly drained, while a child, running barefoot and laughing all day, seems powered by an endless current of joy? What if fatigue isn't about how much you do, but about who you're pretending to be? Stay with me, because what Carl Jung uncovered about the psyche and exhaustion might just change the way you think about energy itself. We often believe we run out of strength because life is demanding. But in truth, we tire out because we've drifted too far from our real selves. You see, energy doesn't simply come from food, sleep, or vitamins. It comes from alignment. The more we hide behind false versions of ourselves, the more our energy quietly leaks away. Every morning, millions of us put on invisible costumes: the polite coworker, the calm parent, the unbothered friend. We smile even when something inside us is breaking. We trade authenticity for approval, depth for likability. Carl Jung called this mask the persona, a necessary face we wear to survive within society. But the longer we stay behind that mask, the more distance grows between who we are and who we appear to be. That gap is where your energy disappears. And beneath that mask lies another realm Jung explored, the shadow. It holds everything we've buried: anger we weren't allowed to show, sadness we dismissed, shame we never healed. Holding those parts down is like forcing a beach ball underwater. The effort itself becomes exhausting. Each time we say yes while wanting to say no, each fake smile, each performance of strength, we drain our life force. Not because we're weak, but because we're pretending. Children, on the other hand, don't perform. When they're angry, they show it. When they're thrilled, they burst with it. They haven't yet learned to hide to earn approval. That's why their energy glows. It's pure, unedited, whole. We were all like that once, fully alive until the world handed us scripts to play. Before we continue, if you're drawn to deeper truths like this, make sure you subscribe to SYC Soul. Tap the bell icon so you never miss the next video, and share this one with someone who needs it. Now that the mask has been lifted, let's look at how it quietly changes even what we crave. Jung believed the psyche communicates through symbols, and our habits often reveal what the soul is missing. When you spend your days performing, pretending, and suppressing your real emotions, something subtle begins to shift, not only in your mind, but in your appetite for life itself. Think about it. The more artificial our behavior becomes, the more we reach for artificial things. It's almost poetic. The person who spends the day being perfect will crave the comfort of processed food at night. We look for sweetness in sugar because we've denied ourselves sweetness in truth. When we're disconnected from our inner self, we don't just feel emotionally drained, we become spiritually underfed. And in that emptiness, the body starts grasping for instant comfort, a quick escape, a sense of control, something to fill the gap authenticity once filled. That's why we binge watch, scroll endlessly, or eat what doesn't nourish. We're not lazy. We're trying to feel alive again. The psyche wants consistency. If you're faking your emotions all day, it will crave fake rewards to match. Your diet, your habits, even your desires mirror your inner honesty. Carl Jung described individuation, the journey of becoming who you truly are, as a process that ripples through every layer of being. When we begin to unmask, to accept our shadow rather than reject it, something profound happens. Our cravings start to change. We no longer want the quick hits that numb. We begin to desire what restores. Instead of chasing sugar highs, we long for rest, real food, real conversation, real connection. Because being real feels better than being liked. And that's where fatigue begins to turn into a message. What if your exhaustion isn't failure, but guidance? What if every yawn, every sense of heaviness is your soul whispering, stop performing, come back to yourself? If this idea resonates with you so far, tell me in the comments. Where are you watching this video from? And are you connecting with these insights? If you're feeling that quiet yes inside, that's your inner self nodding. Let's go deeper. So, what if your fatigue isn't a malfunction, but a message? Not that you're broken, but that you've drifted off course. Jung might say your exhaustion is your soul pulling the emergency brake, begging you to stop mid-performance and whispering, "This isn't who you are." Think about the moments in life when you were completely yourself, maybe laughing without restraint, painting, dancing, or speaking with someone who saw you as you truly are. Did you feel tired afterward? Of course not. You felt alive, overflowing with energy. That's because truth doesn't drain. It flows. Chronic fatigue, in that sense, isn't laziness. It's prolonged self-abandonment. It's the weight of carrying an identity that doesn't belong to you. Your body grows weary not from effort, but from sustaining the illusion of perfection. Jung believed that the psyche rebels when we ignore authenticity, and it uses fatigue as one of its loudest alarms. Most people don't even realize they're performing. It doesn't feel like acting anymore. It feels like survival. And that's what makes it so dangerous. The mask becomes so attached to the skin that we forget it's there. We perform at work, at home, even in silence with ourselves. We convince our minds that if we remain agreeable, polished, and unproblematic, we'll stay safe. But comfort isn't connection, and approval isn't love. Every time you trade honesty for harmony, your spirit pays the price. That's why so many wake up tired even after 8 hours of sleep. Because sleep rests the body, but performance drains the soul. The soul doesn't recharge through naps or caffeine. It recovers through truth. And here's the hidden danger. Being liked is addictive. Approval gives a fleeting high, a quick nod of validation. But it's shallow, and it fades. Real love happens when you are seen. Not as a role, but as a human. Until you break the cycle of pleasing, you'll stay trapped in emotional debt. Always overthinking, overgiving, over-explaining, burning energy in every breath just to keep your act alive. Take a deep breath with me, because this next part gets even more profound. We'll uncover how your entire energy system transforms when you finally return to your real self. Here's the truth almost no one talks about. Authenticity isn't a personality trait. It's a power source. When you finally live as who you truly are, your energy doesn't trickle back. It floods in like light through a window that's been shut for years. It's as if your nervous system reconnects to life's current, and suddenly you no longer need endless coffee, motivational talks, or productivity hacks. You need alignment. When your words, actions, and values start matching each other, fatigue loses its grip. You stop wasting energy maintaining a character and start living from your core. Carl Jung called this the privilege of a lifetime, to become who you truly are. What he didn't need to add is that the energy of a lifetime is found in the same place. Let's bring this down to something tangible: food. When you stop performing, your body stops craving fake things. Processed food is like the persona, dressed up, decorated, and empty at the center. It gives a quick buzz and leaves you hollow. But when you return to truth, your body begins to crave what actually feeds your life: freshness, wholeness, substance. You start eating to feel present, not to hide pain. You no longer look for stimulation. You look for nourishment. And then the magic happens. Your sleep deepens, your digestion finds rhythm, your mind quiets. Even your relationships start shifting, because being real requires no effort. Pretending, on the other hand, burns through your reserves. When you stop abandoning yourself, you stop leaking life force. Every cell begins to regenerate under the light of truth. So, if this message touched something in you, if you're ready to stop leaking energy through performance and start living from your authentic self, stay with us. Subscribe to SYC Soul. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next exploration into mind, spirit, and energy. And if this resonated, Share it with someone who's tired, not just in body, but in soul. Let's begin healing, not by becoming more, but by becoming real. Because the real you is powerful, peaceful, and unstoppable.